Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
And in sight, the president says that it is states who will decide when to reopen.
We have beautiful pieces, beautiful states with capable governors. They know when it's time to open.
In the meantime, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer not ruling out working with the federal government.
This is got to be a partnership. We're not one another's enemies. The enemy is a virus called COVID-19 that is ravaging our country.
And this all comes as protesters are gathering in Lansing, upset with the governor's stay-at-home order. We'll have a live report in minutes. But first, the forecast tops our news here at noon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Evrod Cassimy. We are giving you a look here at video of snow falling all over Metro Detroit from our Windsor Sky Cam there. A good look at downtown Detroit. We're going to get to our continuing coronavirus coverage in just a moment, but we've got some flakes that are flying, and yeah, it is April 15th. So let's check in with meteorologist Brandon Rue. We were hoping for a no snow guarantee, but that's a bust.
We have a snow coming Friday that could put this one to shame and really spoil the no snow guarantee. But as we're on lockdown, quarantined, you might have essential errands to run or get to work. So it's going to be a little slippery here through the afternoon. Let's go ahead and show you temperatures outside right now as we are seeing Mount Clemens here, just north of me, where it is snowing pretty good. 33 at Metro. It is 29 still in Pontiac. Luckily, not much of a breeze, so these temps just north and south of freezing are really what they are. So we don't have big wind chill issues. A couple of gaps or dry slots here, but notice from the west-southwest, some pockets of heavier snow starting to fill in, and the backside of it across Lake Michigan is the dry end or end of the wet weather. I expect snow showers through the afternoon, at best middle 30s, and could get a dusting, if not a little bit more here through the area. Again, making the roadways a little bit on the slippery side, and certainly a cool feel out here. I'm sure the kids are loving it. But Evrod, again, we've got a snow that Friday morning could be measurable, shovelable, and we'll talk about it coming up.
All righty, Brandon, we'll be checking in with you in just a little bit. Right now, we want to get to our continuing coverage of the coronavirus pandemic. We're tracking more major developments, including more confirmed cases and deaths here in Michigan. Here's a breakdown of our case count here at home. Statewide, the number of confirmed cases of the coronavirus in Michigan has now risen to 27,001. This is as of just Tuesday afternoon. And we've now lost more than 1,700 people. In the meantime, a lot of big news coming out about the pandemic at this hour. Here are today's headlines. The global coronavirus case count just surpassed 2 million infections. Closer to home, the Detroit Medical Center is furloughing about 480 team members, and they say that they expect to return impacted staff to service once they navigate through this unprecedented time. In the meantime, today, California Governor Gavin Newsom sent Michigan 50 ventilators on loan from the state of California. The ventilators are going to arrive in Lansing today. Also making headlines in Lansing, Governor Whitmer's extended stay-at-home order not going over well with many Michigan residents. So much so, they're gathering in protest at the state capitol this afternoon. It's called Operation Gridlock. And Rod Maloney joining us now live. It's very loud out there, Rod. You got to look at how things are shaping up. What are you seeing?
Well, it's bedlam here, actually, Evrod. I mean, Operation Gridlock is exactly doing what they set out to do, which is to clog the streets all around the state capitol. Most people were told to stay in their cars, but as you can see, there are a lot of people on foot out here, a lot of people wearing masks, a lot of people wrapping themselves in flags, and a lot of people with protest signs saying things like, "Are you shutting down my taxes?" ? All in all, this protest has shown that there are a lot of very frustrated people in the state of Michigan. The decorated cars and trucks showed up hours early, many from industries like boating and construction. Many here chafing at the governor's stay-at-home order. Yes, there are Trump flags here, but Conservative Coalition organizer Matt Seeley, who spoke with us before the rally, said,
"We've gone out of our way to make it nonpartisan. This is about Michigan citizens just saying that our civil liberties are being violated, and this has gone too far."
The organizer's poster said, quote, "The governor's driving us out of business. We're driving to Lansing," end quote. And they did. At first, lining up outside the Capitol's front door. Michigan State Police lined up at the side door in order to keep order. Rally organizers say they intend to follow the safe distancing rules and asked protesters to stay in their vehicles. Still, they want the governor to know their deep displeasure. Michon Maddock is a Milford business owner and coalition spokesperson.
This arbitrary blanket spread of shutting down businesses about putting all of these workers out of business is just, it's a disaster.
Now, for her part, the governor defended her order this morning on the Today Show.
Michigan has the third most COVID-19 cases in the nation right now, and we are not the third largest state in the nation. That tells you we've got a unique crisis on our hands and that it demands a unique solution.
Now, we have not seen cars and trucks move at all around the state capitol here in the last hour. They got started an hour before the rally was even supposed to start. We'll see how much energy they have going forward. It's supposed to last until 2 p.m. And we'll let you know later on if, in fact, it goes that long. So far, it probably will go that long and perhaps even longer. Reporting live in Lansing, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
All righty, Ron, thank you for the update there. We want to invite you to join us tomorrow night at 7 o'clock as Senators Debbie Stabenow and Gary Peters answer your questions about the coronavirus pandemic. This is another live town hall event made possible by a partnership between television stations. Our own Devin Skillian is going to be joined by Huel Perkins and Carolyn Clifford for this second town hall event. And if you'd like, you can submit your questions for the senators by going to clickondetroit.com. On the national front now, streets in many major U.S. cities are empty. There are now more than 609,000 confirmed coronavirus cases here in the U.S., and more than 26,000 Americans have died. This is according to a Johns Hopkins University database. In the meantime, with pressure mounting to get the country back to business, President Trump is saying it's up to the governors to open their individual states. And as Kristen Welko reports, it's a dramatic shift from just one day earlier.
The push to reopen parts of the nation's economy intensifying after President Trump said Tuesday it is up to the governors of each state to make that happen.
I will then be authorizing each individual governor of each individual state to implement a reopening and a very powerful reopening plan of their state at a time and in a manner as most appropriate.
The president acknowledging some states will be able to lift social distancing restrictions sooner than others.
We have a lot of those states. They're set to open practically now. We're going to let them open sooner than the date. We're going to pick a date. We're going to get a date that's good, but it's going to be very, very soon, sooner than the end of the month. We have beautiful pieces, beautiful states with capable governors. They know when it's time to open.
A shift in tone coming just a day after the president declared he had total authority to make the decision. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo downplaying the bitter back and forth between governors and the White House.
This is no time for politics. If he wants a fight, he's not going to get it from me.
New controversy over news the president's name will appear on those coronavirus relief checks passed by Congress. It comes after these comments earlier this month.
I'm going to sign him? No. It's a Trump administration initiative, but do I want to sign him? No.
The Treasury Department denying reports that the process of adding the president's printed name will delay the paper checks, saying economic impact payment checks are scheduled to go out on time and exactly as planned. There is absolutely no delay whatsoever. Democrats pouncing overnight, saying the president is politicizing the process.
I wish it were the only ego trip. It seems almost every day the president thinks this crisis revolves about him.
All of it as the president is making a major announcement, saying the U.S. will be halting funds to the World Health Organization. Mr. Trump accusing the WHO of failing to sound the alarm on the virus quickly enough, and for saying China was being transparent about the initial outbreak there, which the organization denies.
And that was Kristen Welko reporting. The U.S. is the largest contributor in the World Health Organization, and some Democrats say the president does not have the authority to withhold funds. In the meantime, Dr. Anthony Fauci was on the Today Show and weighed in on the potential of reopening the country.
There's no doubt, to a greater or lesser degree, depending upon where you are and what the penetrance of infection is in your community, if you start pulling back on mitigation, physical separations, there will be infections. The real proof of the pudding of the success of this reentry is how quickly and effectively you identify them, you get them out of circulation, you give them care where needed, and you do contact tracing.
It's clear that before communities decide to open up, they will need to be prepared in a number of ways to prevent a peak of cases and keep health systems from once again being overwhelmed. Now, the Wall Street roller coaster is on a steep downhill slope today. Stocks started the day with losses and really continued dropping from there. Take a look at your screen here. This is a live look at the Dow Jones Industrials average right now. The Dow opening up today with a drop of more than 400 points and has kept declining since then. Investors are dealing with a lot of negative news. Major banks have reported earnings were down dramatically, in fact. And retail sales nationwide posted a record drop of nearly 9% in the month of March. As a sign of retail troubles, there are reports that JCPenney is investigating the possibility of seeking bankruptcy protection. And auto stocks, they're suffering as well. Shares in General Motors and Ford are both down, each losing more than 5% so far today. And as always, ClickOnDetroit.com is packed full of useful information for you to help get you through this crisis as best we can. It's all there for you on ClickOnDetroit.com/coronavirus. All right, so to come here on Local 4 News at noon, struggling with stress.
I feel like my anxiety is at an all-time high right now.
We'll tell you why behavioral health experts are anticipating a sharp increase in the demand for mental health services.